What's going on, Raider Nation? Welcome back to the Silver and Black Lounge. I'm your host, Raider Ben. And tonight we're diving back into the subject that we covered yesterday, Defense Edition. ESPN recently evaluated every NFL roster and asked a simple question. This time, did the Raiders get better, worse, or stay the same? We already broke down the offense. Now it's time to turn our attention to the defense. Can this defense become one of the NFL's elite? Is Maxx Crosby about to lead another dominant pass rush? Did the Raiders do enough to improve the secondary? And are there any position groups that still need to prove themselves? Can this defense become one of the NFL's elite? Is Maxx Crosby about to lead another dominant pass rush? I just read that. Sorry, my bad. I'm reading my script. Tonight, we're breaking down every level of the defense, from the defensive line to the linebackers, the secondary. We'll look at the biggest offseason additions, key departures, and tell you whether this unit is better equipped to compete for a playoff run in 2026. And of course, we're going to compare our thoughts to ESPN's. Did they get it right? Are they sleeping on the silver and black again? This isn't just our conversation. This is our Raider Nation's conversation. So I want everyone the chance to answer these questions as the poll is posted. Did the Raiders defense get better, worse, or stay the same this offseason? Who will be the biggest playmaker on defense in 2026? Is it Maxx Crosby or someone else? Which position group gives you the most confidence? And which one still worries you? If you're excited for today's show, do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the Silver and Black Lounge, and turn on notifications so you never miss another live stream. Your support helps us keep bringing Raider Nation together every single day. We're going to go position, hand out grades, react to ESPN's evaluation. At the end of the show, we'll answer the question that everyone has been asking. Did the Raiders defense really get better in 2026? Raider Nation, grab your favorite drink, maybe a cigar, jump in the chat. Let's talk some silver and black football. You know what we do around here, boys. Just win, baby.
They didn't have to say much. This is the Raiders. You know, this is one of the most historic, franchises in the NFL, with a great history that I want to be a part of. I want to be a part of furthering that history. You know, when you say commitment to excellence, okay, and you look at the walls around here, you look at the players on this wall, and there's a history. There's a history of Hall of Fame players here. There's a history of Super Bowls, and that's that.
And with all this situation, all this shit I went through, the biggest thing that I took from it is I don't give a what everybody has to say. Truly, I really don't give a.
Play clock down to 1. Williams. Baited up in the air. And he has been
This is a game psychologically of intimidation and of fear. I don't mean cowardly fear, but fear.
The Chargers and all those teams. To be honest, I don't like any of them. I hate all teams.
The other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard.
But the Chargers.
What I call the vertical game. We were going to stretch the field vertically. When we came out of the huddle, we weren't looking for first downs. We didn't want to move the chains. We wanted touchdowns. We wanted the big play, the quick strike. It's number one to say you want to do that. It's number two to say that you have the players to do it, but it's number three to do it. Try not to make mistakes, but don't worry about mistakes, because there's only one thing that counts. Just win.
Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever. You will not get.
Oh, bro, as soon as I jump on, my camera fucks off, dude. What the fuck, bro? Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can get this camera going. Of course, as soon as I start, I literally just did the intro, and there we go. What's going on, everybody, man? And am I frozen? No, there we go. What's going on, everybody? Raider Nation, welcome to the Silver and Black Lounge. We're going to be recapping and going over our show, continuing our show from yesterday, which is going to be, did the Raiders get better, worse, or stay the same? Tonight is going to be the defensive edition. Hope you guys had a great day. It's 10:30 p.m. here in California, where I reside. 1:30 p.m. for you guys on the East Coast. 12:30 a.m. Central Time, bro. I hope all of you guys are doing well. Once again, hit the like button, subscribe. It means more than you guys know. If you guys are catching this post live, do me a favor, use your hype feature, man. Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to you guys, bro. My Maxx Crosby trade rumor to the San Francisco 49ers was one of the top 5 percentile of most hype videos on YouTube, man. And that's because of you guys, bro. So let's continue to use the hype feature, man. I really appreciate y'all. Like up the stream, subscribe. Love y'all boys, man. So how's everybody feeling? I'm currently in the process of rolling up. I got me some beers. You feel me? Just got off work trying to unwind a little bit. It's time to unwind with the nation, man. You feel me? Unwind with the nation. Cheers, everybody. Let's get into the chat. See who we got in the building with us tonight, man. We got 8 people. We got 8 likes. Appreciate y'all, man. Hit the likes button. We got Bruce Willis in this motherfucker. My guy, my brother, membership gang. Bruce Willis in the building. My man's Money Mike. What up with you, Money Mike? Shout out to my boy Money Mike. Anthony Estrada. What up with you, bro? Jason Marshall. What's up with you, brother? My brother from another, Anthony Provencio. Always a pleasure, my boy. Hopefully you're doing well. We got Raider Fountain in the building. Thanks, Raider Fountain, for coming by, bro. I really do appreciate you guys chilling with me tonight, bro. Really means a lot. Like my boy Raider, Dirty Raider says, man, there's a million other things you guys could be doing. There's a million other channels on YouTube. The fact that you blessing us with any of your time is really, really appreciated. We really do appreciate it. Shout out to Dirty Man. We'll be back on the podcast on Friday, talking all things Raiders, man. The Raiders rookies are reporting to training camp on Thursday. So pretty much the main topic of Friday's podcast is probably gonna be like if we hear anything coming out of rookies training camp so far. Maxx Crosby, because of the injury, is also expected to report to camp on the 23rd because of his injury. So Maxx Crosby will be in the building. He'll be in there with the rookies. And you know, guys, football is here, guys. Football is here. I told y'all, man, once football is here, Benther's back, bro. I'm back. I'm not an off-season guy at all. I'm not going to come on here and claim myself to be some off-season content creator because I'm not. Y'all know me, bro. Nobody works harder than Benther in the regular season. I do 7 shows a week, bro. I never even take a day off from doing this shit, bro. My off season is my R&R, bro. I get to get a little bit of rest and relaxation as I'm getting ready for a prime NFL season for the 2026 Las Vegas Raiders. I'm so excited for play-by-plays, guys. I'm going to be so locked in. If you guys have been watching the current Madden simulation, I know it's just Madden, but I have the updated rosters with Kirk Cousins and on all the boys. The Raiders are currently 2-0. They won at home week 1. They won on the road in SoFi. They're currently sitting at 2-0. I've been doing play-by-plays for those, and they have been fire. So if you guys haven't checked out those streams, go back and watch them. Like I said, I'm not playing. It's pure simulation. It's Madden's thoughts on who's going to win these games, and the Raiders currently sit at a 2-0 record through 2 weeks of the 2026 NFL season. So take that for what it's worth. Like I said, it's just something we're trying to do going forward as I continue to bring plenty more content for you guys. Also, keep in mind, guys, for the members of my show, we are going to do a NFL Raider bin breakdown of every single first round pick dating all the way back to 2003 when I became a Raider fan. So if you guys want to be a part of those live streams, you guys join the membership program. Memberships start as low as $2.99, less than a cup of coffee a day. It helps the channel grow. It helps me put out more shows. Really do appreciate all you guys that are part of the membership program. Plenty of content coming for you guys. I done dropped plenty of membership content already, but there's actual Raider content right around the corner as football season is here. I'm coming with y'all, man. Hot and heavy. Plenty more, bro. I believe where I was at, the reacting to the blown first round picks over the last 23 years should bring some interesting conversation, and I hope that I have you guys there for it. So they will be live streams. They will be released to the public the week after I do the show. So say I'm doing the 2003 first round picks, right? That's going to be on memberships only. But when I do 2004, I'll open up 2003 to the public. So you'll have to wait a week. So joining the membership program, you're going to get early access to a lot of things that Raider Ben has for you guys, man. Like I said, I'm working on my trip to SoFi to get to LA in September. Like I said, you guys are a big part of me being able to get there, bro. So I really do appreciate it. As always, man. What up? We got the homie Mode in the building, membership gang. You know what time it is. Plenty more content, guys. Like I said, you guys are going to be so loaded. You guys are probably going to fucking not even want to watch because I'm going to have so much content, bro. But trust and believe. It's quality over quantity, bro. It's going to be a lot of content coming your way, but it's going to be great content. You guys are going to stay engaged. You guys are going to enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be funny. You know, Benther always on this joint telling jokes. So I appreciate you guys. Before we get into the next scene, we're going to see what people are saying in the chat. Money Mike said the O-line for the Raiders looking a lot better. So glad Linderbaum is no longer in the NFC North. Great grab. Plus all the defensive pickups will definitely not have the number 1 overall pick next year. I appreciate you, Money Mike. And if you guys aren't really familiar with Money Mike, he found my show through Tom Grossi. I believe he's a Steeler fan. So shout out to Money Mike. He's always got good things to say about the Raiders, bro. And like I said, I love hearing, football fans from the outside of Raider Nation opinions on our team, because a lot of us think we're really good. A lot of us think we suck. You know, it's good to find that happy medium between fans that aren't fans of our team to give us some comments. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got in here? Anthony Provencio said, what do you want to hear most from training camp? What's the best news after it's over? No injuries, Anthony Provencio. I want to get through training camp, no injuries, bro. That's always the biggest thing, bro, is camp is injuries, dog. You feel me? So hopefully we'll be able to get through there. No injuries. We'll stay healthy. I don't care about preseason record, bro. You feel me? Preseason record is irrelevant to me. I enjoy watching the preseason. A lot of fans tap out in the preseason. I actually enjoy it because I get to see the depth of the team. I get to see some of the younger players that we probably won't get to see throughout the rest of the year. We'll get to see those guys in the preseason, so I'm super excited. This preseason is going to be lit too, because we're probably going to see a lot of Fernando. So excited to see Fernando, man. I'm firing up the Reggie, man. You guys got your shit fired up. Shout out to the 12 people. We got to 10 likes. First goal is equipped, has met. We're at 10 likes, man. The goal on these streams, as always, you guys know, is 20 likes. So let's continue to hit that like button. Continue to show love to the stream, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, it means more than you guys know. I can't do these streams without y'all. You feel me? I need your guys' likes. I need the subscriptions if you enjoy the content, bro. I really need that. I appreciate it. I don't ask for much. Subscriptions and likes, bro. Appreciate y'all. He said exactly, regular season bins always rolling, bro. You know what time it is, Estrada. You've been around long enough, bro. Like, I enjoy the off season because I can relax a little bit and I can do whatever the hell I want to. If I want to do Black Saturday content, we'll listen to music, do jukebox, I can do that. If I want to take the week off, I can do that. I have no obligation to Raiders YouTube in the off season, and that's just the way it is, bro. I put in so much work during the regular season, bro. I kind of just kick it. Saw your community tab. Some odd things I saw. What was on my community tab that was odd? My boy Raider Fountain said, I'm watching Benther from the Port of Oakland. Lunch break. Yay! Shout out to my boy Raider Fountain, man. You feel me? Port of Oakland. You feel me? Real town business type shit. Shout out to my mans. We appreciate you as always, Raider Fountain, bro. Enjoy the rest of your night at work. I know that graveyard shit's tough, gang. I used to work graveyard shift for like 10 years, bro. And that shit takes a toll on your body, man. Your mentals. You feel me? Like Marshawn Lynch says, take care of your mentals. Take care of your chicken. Raider Fountain, you're going to be good, bro. We appreciate the support as always. Anthony Estrada in 2019 got, I believe, 14th pick with 4 wins. Was Jacobs not a first round pick? I don't, bro. The whole thumbnail, Estrada, that you're talking about, that with me reacting, those aren't final thumbnails. It's just an advertisement, bro, of what's coming, bro. So don't let those thumbnails that you've seen on there just as a template, as a rough draft to the shows that are coming. Don't let that. Those aren't set in stone, bro. It's literally just a promotion post, bro. Raider Fountain said coaching is going to be big this year, bro. I don't think people understand how much better that we should be just by getting rid of Pete Carroll and Brennan Carroll and Patrick Graham and Chip Kelly, bro. Those dudes were scrubs, bro. Like absolute scrubs. You feel me? So no, coaching is big, bro. That's why a lot of people were worried about the offensive line. We're all still going to have worries on the offensive line, bro. But getting Brennan Carroll out of the building alone is going to make our offensive line significantly better. So Anthony Provencio said, of course, health, but after health. What's the next biggest thing? I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I really want to see who establishes themselves as the cornerback room, because I think the corners are really, really suspect, bro, outside of Eric Stokes. I mean, I have some faith in Darian Porter, but we have to see how he pans out, as obviously he is more of a project player that's developing and from a transitioning position from going from wide receiver to corner. He didn't play terrible year one, but I need to see improvement from him for sure. Shout out to 18 people. We got 11 likes. If you haven't hit the like button, please take 2 seconds to do so. If you work your way into the show, the goal is 20 likes, guys. And I cannot do without you. We're getting ready to get to the article now, but right now I am addressing you guys, as you guys are the whole heart and soul of the lounge. Without your guys' comments, without your guys' concerns, I ain't nothing. So get your comments in the chat, because once I switch the scene over, I'm gonna take a little break from the comments. We're gonna go over the post and then we'll move on. O-line improvements, need holes for Genty. Yeah, no, for sure, dog. I sure hope the line is better. It should be better, bro. Anthony Provincio said Genty is going to be crazy this year. Going to be nice not getting hit in the backfield. I mean, he's going to have times where he's going to get hit in the backfield, Anthony Provincio, but he won't be getting hit in the backfield at a 57% clip like he was last year. My boy Charm City's in the building, man. Saludos, appreciate you, bro. Genty going off will make us unpredictable. Yeah, bro, because you don't know what to get ready for, bro. I don't think people realize how dominant it is to have, you know, an elite tight end and elite wide receiver, bro, because as soon as the defenses start stacking the boxes, they're just going to throw it down the seams to Brock Bowers, bro. And as soon as they start guarding the seams, they start lighting up them boxes, bro, Genty's going to run down their neck. So it's going to be pick your poison types offense, bro, for sure. Thankful for Kubiak and Linderbaum. No, for sure. For surely. Let's see. What up, Alfredo? What up, what you might? He said, our front seven should be a lot better. Excited for Quay Walker. What's going on with his bro, Nakobe Dean? I guess we'll find out in 7 days. Anthony Provincio vets report to training camp on the 28th. I guess that's when we'll find out, right? I guess that's when we'll find out. All right, guys, I'm caught up to the chat. We are going to throw it over to the article. So let's go ahead and switch the screen over. Bang. We are in the... Me here, it's Real Nation chat. Me here down here corner. Okay? I'm not going nowhere here. Here corner. Me here. Alright. So let's get into said article. If you guys aren't familiar with this article, if you guys did not watch the show yesterday, go back and rewatch the stream from yesterday. We did this same exact article, but we did the offensive side of the ball. So we're going to break down the article again real quick, and we're going straight to the defense, okay? So this is an ESPN article wrote by Ryan McFadden, okay? The Las Vegas Raiders use this offseason to build optimism for the future. Besides hiring Clint Kubiak to be their head coach, the Raiders were aggressive in free agency to fill multiple position needs with quality players who are still in the prime of their careers. Las Vegas added more hope for the future with a top 10 player draft class highlighted by first overall pick quarterback Fernando Mendoza. With the Raiders set to report to training camp on July 28th, that's the veterans, guys. The rookies will be there the 23rd. Here's a look at how their roster changed this offseason, including a verdict on whether each position group got better, worse, or stayed the same as a result of those moves. So here's the offense. Like I said, if you guys didn't see the offense, go back and watch that stream. We did that yesterday. Great stream. Hype it up, man. Go over there, hype up that live stream, bro. If you haven't already, I appreciate it. And like I said, if you're watching this post live, man, hype this one up, man. I appreciate y'all. All right, so here we go, guys. We're going to go over each position again. You guys let me know in the chat. I got some start bench cut segments as well. So we're going to go over the defensive line. We're going to do a start bench cut segment, and then we'll continue on. So let's get it. 20 people in the building. Appreciate you guys. Let's throw it over to the stream where we at right now. We got 13 likes, man. Appreciate y'all. 20 people, 13 likes. Look, behind the scenes with Benther, man. Y'all see in the studio how we get down in the lab. You feel me? Let's throw it back to the article, bro. All right. Defensive line, notable subtractions. They start with the subtractions. Leke Fotu, he signed a 1-year, $1.2 million deal with the New York Giants. Okay. Notable additions. Brandon Cleveland, the 7th round pick. Benito Jones from Miami on a 1-year, $1.62 million contract. So, all right. So this outside the subtractions, guys, are we expecting our defensive line this season, based off last season, to be better, worse, or the same in 2026 for the defensive line? And I don't know why they didn't add, like, who else? They didn't add fucking, what's his name? Kwity Paye on here. I mean, I guess he's probably considered more of a linebacker, I suppose, but he's a defensive lineman because he doesn't really play linebacker, but whatever. Oh, what up, we the people? What up with you, Raider Paul? All right, so let's get into it, man. You guys let me know. Defensive line for the 2026 Raiders, better, worse, or the same than 2025? The Raiders didn't make any significant moves on the defensive line by switching to a 3-4 defense under first-time defensive coordinator Rob Leonard. The expectation was that Las Vegas might add a nose tackle. Fortunately for the Raiders, Adam Butler has played multiple spots on the defensive line, including nose tackle, and I don't like that. They completely lost me there, bro. I mean, can Adam Butler play nose tackle? I mean, yeah, he can, but do the Raiders want him to play nose tackle? Nah, dog. Nah, bro. We are going to be in for... I can't say for sure, because I mean, he could come out and own some shit. Adam Butler is light in the ass, bro. Pause. He's not big enough to play D tackle. He's not going to command two guys as a 3-4 nose tackle. You know what I'm saying? So here we go right here. This is what I like. This is the name that I like. Second-year defensive tackle Tonka Hemingway should play a significant role in the D-line rotation. He ended his rookie season on a high note, totaling 4 sacks in the final 5 games, and based on the team's offseason program, Hemingway has a chance to be heavily involved this season. If you guys haven't been paying very much attention to the Raiders in the offseason, Tonka Hemingway is now Maxx Crosby's best friend. And if you don't know what I mean by that, Maxx Crosby is in the building at 5 a.m. Who's in the building with him at 5 a.m.? Tonka Hemingway. This is the kind of shit that I wanted to see from Tyree Wilson. And you know what's hella funny? They don't have notable subtractions. They didn't put Tyree Wilson's bum ass. I just realized that. I don't know why I just thought of that about that right now, bro. That's crazy. But no, this is the kind of effort, this is the kind of work mindset that we should have had from Tyree Wilson. I mean, we got a Tonka Hemingway, a guy that was drafted, in like the 5th or 6th round? He's in there at 5 a.m. with Maxx Crosby, bro. We drafted a dude in the 1st round, top 10, and that motherfucker didn't even want to play. Like, see, so... that's what's crazy, bro. I'm excited for Tonka Hemingway. Let me know what you guys think about Tonka Hemingway. Can Tonka Hemingway play defensive tackle or nose tackle? I think he can, bro. You go back and you look at college from South Carolina. They had one of the best defenses in college, and he played a lot across the interior of the defensive line, a lot of nose tackle. He's a big guy, bro, like 300-plus pounds. You know, Adam Butler's a little bit light in ass. He's barely scraping 300 pounds. So, yeah, so second-year defensive lineman, Tonka Hemingway, should play a significant role. Yeah, I believe the same. So I'm going to go with this. Better, worse, the same, better. Getting rid of Tyree Wilson makes us better, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maxx Crosby being what he says 100% healthy makes us better. It doesn't make us the same at all, bro. If this defensive line is the same from last year, bro, we're probably in for a long year on the defensive side of the ball. I'm just being honest. So let's go over to the chat. We're going to throw it back over to my other scene. Don't mind that. I'm turning that off. We're going to throw it back there, scene now. Get into your guys' comments. I got to start bench cut segment for y'all here in just a second, but we're going to go back. I want to see what you guys are thinking in the chat, man. Let me know in the chat. Like I said, testing the pulse of the nation. 20 people in the building, 16 likes, 4 likes away from the goal of 20, man. I appreciate y'all. So let's scroll up, man. Let's look at the comments, see what y'all on, man. He said Eric Stokes is back at cornerback. I'm super excited for Eric Stokes. One of the best corners. I think passer rating was like the #1 corner in the National Football League for the Las Vegas Raiders. Eric Stokes, man. So shout out to him. Excited for him. You know, when he coming out of college, out of Georgia, when he was drafted at Green Bay, dude, he had a very tough time staying healthy, staying on the field. His athleticism, his potential at corner was never a question. His question was, can he stay healthy? And so far, so good for the Las Vegas Raiders, going and swooping up Eric Stokes. He stayed healthy for the Raiders for an entire season and end up earning himself a nice little contract. You know, turned out to be one of the better corners in the National Football League. So super excited for Eric Stokes. You guys already know I'm a big-time Georgia fan. Go Dogs. The more dogs we have on our roster, bro, I'm excited for it, bro, because Georgia don't do shit but win games. So Jason Marshall said loves the defensive tackle depth. No, there's a lot of depth, bro. I'm excited to see what Laki Tassi can bring to the table, chat. Laki Tassi is one of the what is the international player program guys we got from Samoa. I think he's from Australia, but he's Samoan. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't count towards the roster. Mammoth of an animal. I mean, mammoth of a human, bro. Like, the dude's just an absolute animal. You feel me? So I'm excited to see what he can bring. But, you know, you got some young guys there. You know, you got JJ Peguia's there. You got Tonka there. You feel me? You got what's his name? Jonah Lualu. You know, there's some potential there for some really good, you know, some really good plays to be made on the defensive line this year. I'm super excited for Jonah Lulu, man. I'm excited to see how he responds to last year, bro, because Jonah Lulu had a damn good season for the Raiders last year, bro. He had like 6 sacks, 4 to 6 sacks or something like that. Really, really good player. What up, the truth? I see you in the chat. Excited to see what he can bring to the table for sure for the Raiders, man. Las Vegas native. I know he's super excited out there playing in front of his hometown. You know, that's super cool, bro. Good feelings like that. Another thing that now that I just thought about it, Anthony Provencio, another thing that I'm looking forward in training camp, bro, is I think I fucked this whole name up, but y'all know who I'm talking about, bro. The Tokyo Toe. You feel me? I don't think Matt Gay is very good. He missed just as many field goals as Daniel Carlson missed last year. I think he may have missed one more, bro. And he's old as shit, bro, respectfully. So I'm excited for Matazuma Tokyo Toe. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you guys don't know the Tokyo Toe story. You know, he was a guy from China who didn't really know what he wanted to do in his life, young man. And he came to the United States trying to find a goal in life, what he wanted to do in life. And he attended an Oakland Raiders game. And he said after seeing the Oakland Raiders play, he decided at that point right there, he wanted to play NFL football and he wanted to be a kicker. So he went over to Hawaii and was one of the best kickers, almost broke, Adam Vinatieri's record out of college. This dude has the potential to be really, really good. So I'm excited to see how he develops and shows himself in training camp and preseason. So, all right, so we're getting back. I said good, better, or did the Raiders defensive line get good, better, or stay the same? I'm getting to some of your comments now. Bruce Willis says the defensive line got better. I'm definitely with you on that one, Bruce. I definitely believe that the Raiders defense got better. Defensive line got better for the reasons that I had stated just a second ago. Lassi Taki's going to crack the 53. Going to be excited to see that, man, bro. It's going to be super excited to see Laki Tassi. Let's see, where was I at? Okay, I just got to make sure I'm in the right spot of the chat. I don't want to get lost. There's a lot of you guys, a lot of questions, man. I appreciate it. So, Anthony Provencio said the defensive line got better. Raider Paul said D-line is a question. All right. Anthony Provencio said I love the D-line. Charm City said the defensive line got better. Let's see. Tyree Wilson looks like Tyree Wilson's terrible, dog. Let's see. I'm excited. Yeah, new look defense. Laki Tassi should start at nose tackle. I'm excited for Laki Tassi and what he's going to bring to the table. It doesn't even matter if he makes the 53 or not, Jason Marshall, because his roster spot don't go against us. So, but yeah, I do think he has a real chance to make the 53. Yep, Tokyo Toe will sell in Japan. I thought it was China, bro. My bad. Matazuwa. My bad, bro. Money Mike said the defensive line got better. Anthony Vencio said better. And then my boy Raider Tim. What up, Richie Raider Tim? Dude, love you, brother. Hopefully you're good, bro. Thanks for tapping in. He says better, no doubt. So I agree with all of you guys. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to swing it over to our first start bench cut segment. I want to test the pulse of the nation. We want to see where y'all at. I got one Raider start bench cut segment. I got one non-Raider start bench cut segment. I want to see your guys' opinions in the chat. So get ready. This is your time. Get in the chat. Let me know as we're going to bring up our first start bench cut graphic. We're going to start it with a non-Raider graphic. Our last graphic will be the Raider graphic. So we're going to save the best for last. All right, guys, so here we go. Most underrated wide receiver in the league. Start bench cut. Most underrated. T. Higgins from Cincinnati, Terry McLaurin from Washington, or DJ Moore in Chicago. Let me know in the chat right now. Start bench cut for the most underrated. Remember, see the underline under Terry McLaurin's head? Scary Terry. Underrated wide receiver. Who you got? Let me know in the chat, man. Saludos to you guys. Oh, DJ Moore's on the Bills now? Shit, my bad. I don't know why I thought that fool was still. I really don't fucking pay attention to the Raiders. I really don't pay attention to the NFL last year, bro. The Raiders sucked. That's on me. Y'all know still DJ Moore, bro. DJ Moore. Like I said, guys, remember, this is underrated. This isn't who's the better receiver. Remember, guys, this isn't who's the better receiver. It's who's the most underrated receiver. Start bench cut for the most underrated receiver. Swing it over to the chat. Let's see what you guys got from me, bro. What up, Raider Nation for life? Saludos, brother. I'm right here on the second cam, too, guys. You can still see me up in the top right of the screen, bro. That's me as well. You feel me? Type shit. You guys get a little behind the scenes look. All right. So, most underrated. Alfredo's got start Scary Terry, bench T. Higgins, and cut DJ Moore. I like that one. That's actually what I'm going with, Alfredo. So I like your thoughts here because that's exactly what I was going to pick. I am starting Scary Terry. I believe Scary Terry is the most underrated wide receiver in the NFL. I don't think it's even close, bro. T. Higgins is severely underrated too because he plays under the shadow of Jamar Chase. So still good nonetheless. And I don't even really feel like DJ Moore is really underrated. He's more of like underachieved. I feel like DJ Moore is more underachieved than actually is underrated. All right, so Anthony Provencio is saying T. Higgins is the most underrated. So he's starting T. Higgins. He's benching DJ Moore and he's cutting Terry. That's kind of crazy, bro. So he pretty much is saying that he don't think Scary Terry is underrated at all. That's a tough one, bro. Estrada's got the same one, bro. He said start Higgins, bench DJ Moore, and cut Scary Terry. So you guys feel like T. Higgins is the most underrated receiver in the league? I like that. So I believe we the people is starting Scary Terry as the most underrated receiver. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. Look at see, we got some mixed up opinions, man. Charm City right here. He said he's starting T. Higgins as the most underrated receiver in the league. Number 2, Scary Terry, and number 3, DJ Moore. Dude, I wanted the Raiders to get Scary Terry McLaurin a couple years ago, bro, when he was on the block. All right, so Money Mike said McLaurin is the most underrated. Higgins perfectly rated, Moore is overrated. Hey, bro, I like that one. I like that one, Money Mike, bro. You're a smart motherfucker, dude. He said McLaurin's underrated, Higgins is perfectly rated, and Moore is overrated. Bro, that's that part. That part, bro. Like, you couldn't have said that any better, Money Mike. I like how you just hit that one right on the fucking head, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you. He said Brandon Ayuk's going to be the number 1 wide receiver for the Commanders. I don't know, bro. DJ Moore is the new number 1. Okay, for Josh Allen, for Shirley. So we the people is starting Scary Terry is the most underrated with Higgins behind him, and he's getting rid of DJ Moore. So, all right, guys, thanks for participating in this first start bench cut segment of the show. I got Raider Nation for life here too. So he's got Higgins as well. He's got Higgins, Terry, and DJ. What up with you, Stillmatic? What up with you, bro? Thanks for partaking, everybody. If you guys didn't get your votes in for start bench cut, get your votes in now. We are going back to the article. I appreciate you guys. Let me take the start bench cut graphic down. Bam. You get to see my ugly fat fucking face on the screen again, but I appreciate y'all for taking a look at it and joining the show tonight. Hit the like button. 1 like away from the goal of 20 likes, man. I can't do this without y'all. Hype up the streams. Like I said, man, you guys see my post earlier? The Maxx Crosby to the 49ers show that we did last week was in the top 5 percentile in most hype videos on YouTube. And that's because of you guys, bro. I really appreciate that. I encourage you guys to continue to use your hype buttons. If you guys have them, use one on my show, man. I really appreciate it. As always, you guys know it's always love. I do this shit for you guys, man. What up with you, Stillmatic Suggles, bro? So we're going back to the article. All right. So let's throw it back to the article. Bang. All right. So we did the defensive line. All right. So now we're going, like, see, so they got edge rushers and defensive line. So there's Tyree Wilson. Okay, cool. So now that's kind of weird. So they should have just did defensive tackles and defensive ends. This was kind of a blown article now, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm kind of irritated, bro. Because now you said defensive line and then edge. Are they separating categories now? So now our interior defensive linemen called defensive linemen and players that don't play on the defensive line considered called edge now. So what, defensive ends aren't a thing, bro? I'm so lost. Whatever, bro. That's an argument for a whole nother day, bro. Let's just move on with the damn article. All right, so these are edge rushers. So here's Tyree Wilson. Notable subtractions, Tyree Wilson. Tyree Wilson's not a notable subtraction at all, dude. That was actually addition by subtraction, if I'm just being honest, bro. Like, Tyree Wilson is terrible, bro. That dude had played with the littlest amount of effort that I've ever seen any player ever play for the Raiders, bro. And that includes players like Randy Moss. You feel me? And Randy Moss never wanted to play here. So the fact that that's a notable subtraction, maybe because the only reason why this is a notable subtraction is because the Raiders wasted a first round pick. You know what I'm saying? But leaving him on the team would have been worse. You know what I'm saying? Leaving him on the team would have been a lot worse, bro. You feel me? Hey, shout out to you guys, bro. We hit 20 likes. Turn up, man. We hit the goal. 20 people, 20 likes. You guys see it right there, man. Continue to run them likes up. Like I said, man, them likes mean more than you know. They help the channel grow more than you may know, bro. And like I said, I really appreciate it as always, man. So let's go ahead and throw it back to the article. Bang. All right. So notable subtractions, Tyree Wilson. Notable additions is Kwity Paye and Kieron Crawford, the 3rd round pick. All right, guys. So this time we're doing edge, okay? So I'm asking you guys again, edge-wise, right? So defensive ends, okay? Did the Raiders get better, worse, or stay the same? Obviously, it's better, in my opinion. We got rid of Tyree Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not huge on Kwity Paye. But, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes players just need a change of scenery, and maybe that's what he's going to give with us, bro. Maybe a player that just needs a change of scenery, and he comes over here and he plays well. I don't have much expectations for Kwity Paye. You know, he's not really a pass rusher. He's like a jack of all trades, but, you know, master of none type player, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a great edge setter in the run, so I will say that. Like, I'm not going to say he's not great at anything. I do feel like he's really, really good at setting the edge in the run game. But, you know, we paid him a lot of bread. But at the same reason, I don't trip off paying him a lot of bread, because the same reason why we had to pay Tyler Linderbaum a bunch of fucking bread, because we had to spend the money. I mean, if you guys don't know, the NFL, you have to reach what's called a salary cap floor, right? And your salary cap floor is the amount of money that you have to spend. You know what I'm saying? You can only go into next season with so much money. And because the Raiders had so much money to spend, they overpaid for players like Kwity Paye. I mean, Linderbaum got overpaid too, but he was deserving of it. He deserved to get paid his kind of bread. I don't know if Kwity Paye deserves this kind of bread, but it don't matter because the Raiders had to spend it regardless. We couldn't hold on to it. It had to be spent. So with that being said, I'm not mad at getting Kwity Paye. Let's just see what he brings to the table. I mean, can it get worse than Tyree Wilson? Bro, look at me like this, bro. Look at me, bro. Look at me in my eyes, gang. Bruh. Can it get worse than Tyree Wilson? Would you take Tyree Wilson or Kwity Paye? Come on, bro. That's where I leave it at right there, bro. That's my argument right there, bro. That's why I'm with it. You feel me? We got rid of bum-ass Tyree Wilson, and we got Kwity Paye. And I ain't going to sit on here and talk about how much money Kwity Paye makes, because at the end of the day, Raiders had to spend it regardless. So it is what it is. You feel me? It is what it is. Kwity Paye's more of a role player, but sometimes when you have good defenses or elite defense, sometimes you need guys that can just play roles. You feel me? So let's move on. You guys continue to let me know in the chat. I'm just going to finish the article. I'll give you guys my thoughts if the Raiders defensive line got better, worse, or stayed the same. Let me know in the chat. Partake in the poll. The poll is up right now. Overall, partake in the poll, guys. Raiders defense as a whole, did we get better, worse, or stay the same? Right now, 67% of the votes are saying the Raiders defense got better. 33% say we stay the same. That's on 18 votes, man. Partake in the polls. Appreciate you guys as always. So here we go. The article states, and I hate when it starts with blue because I can't do this. Okay, cool. Maxx Crosby came back even though he technically didn't leave. The Ravens backed out of a verbal trade agreement that would have sent all-pro edge rusher to Baltimore, and he returned to Las Vegas with more help on the edge. Paye totaled 30.5 sacks in 5 seasons with the Indianapolis Colts, including 20.5 in his final 3 years. Las Vegas also re-signed Malcolm Koonce on a 1-year deal. Koonce is more than a year removed from a knee injury that caused him to miss the entire 2024 season. The added support should allow the Raiders to manage Crosby's snap count to support his longevity while improving the team's pass rush efforts after previously being inconsistent in pressuring quarterbacks. So that's his overall aspect and his thoughts on the Raiders defense. You know, obviously, you know, we picked up Kwity Paye, you feel me? Like, we got Malcolm Koonce. Like, we have to see what Malcolm Kuntz can still come pan out to be once he gets back 100% from his injury. I believe physical wise, like his knee, I think was good last year. But I think the issue with Malcolm Kuntz last year wasn't much the physical aspect of his knee, but more of the mental aspect of his knee. And what I'm referring to with the mental aspect of his knee is, you guys see what happened to Derek Carr when he broke his leg? You feel me? And I'm not going to make this about Derek Carr. I'm just saying, you see this kind of shit all the time. Players have substantial injuries, bro. Lower body injuries, dude. And yeah, they might be able to come back physically, bro. Yeah, they might. They probably will. Most players do. But are they going to be able to get over the mental gymnastics, which is, oh, there's a guy at my legs. 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 Type shit, right? So I think that's still where Malcolm Kuntz is trying to get at. I think he's trying to get over the mental aspect of it. Because, you know, when you're playing in them trenches, boy, like on the defensive line, he's down there getting his lower body hit a lot more than Derek Carr was. You feel me? So I'm expecting, you know, Malcolm Kuntz to come back. I don't know how good he's going to be. I don't have super high expectations for Malcolm Kuntz. I went on a limb last year and said Malcolm Kuntz could have more sacks than Maxx Crosby. And I don't believe he did, but Maxx Crosby didn't have but 10 sacks. So, you know, that's a story for another day. That is what it is. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is this year, I'm just going to come in with just, you know, lowered expectation, tamper my expectations. Like I've been telling you guys, I've pretty much been doing, you know, this entire year. Like, do I think the Raiders can have a great year and, you know, surprise some people this year? I mean, I think it could happen. I mean, the Raiders did a lot of things that good organizations do to have short turnarounds, you know, with a really good foreseeable future. And that's, you know, you bring in one of the highest touted head coaches, you feel me? Especially an offensive guy. You know, you get a high draft pick, a young quarterback, you bring him in, you spend money to fill a roster around said young quarterback and head coach. And you build that way. So that I've seen it happen. I mean, we've seen it happen a couple of years ago with the Washington Commanders, bro. You feel me? Like, I don't know if we're going to start Fernando Mendoza. It's probably going to be the Kirk Cousins show, but the point I'm trying to make is, I mean, even with the New England Patriots last year, I mean, you've seen it. Teams can do it. So the thing with me is I'm superstitious, bro. And I just don't think we got that kind of luck, bro. Like, we're not lucky enough to be one of those teams. Like, yeah, we might do everything right, but do we really think we're going to get that lucky? The only way that happens, bro, is if something has changed. You know, that fucking dark cloud that's been hovering over what is the Las Vegas Raiders, Oakland Raiders, LA Raiders. That cloud has finally left because there's been this dark ass cloud that's been hovering over us for a long time and we just can't do anything right, bro. It's just always fucking raining on us. You feel me? So that's why I said before, I think Tom Brady can be a huge part of getting that cloud away from us because everybody knows the NFL, that's Tom Brady's the NFL's golden boy. Even after he's not playing no more, they still love Tom. You feel me? So if anybody's going to be able to do it, I hate to say it, bro. I know some of you guys hate Tom Brady. Some people hate the Patriots. It's going to start with Tom and it's going to have to end with Tom. And if Tom don't turn around, nobody's going to turn around, bro. I'm just keeping it a beam with y'all, bro. I'm keeping it all the way 100 with y'all, bro. That is a fact, bro. I mean, you might not want to hear it, but I don't think if Tom Brady as an owner, it ain't going to be able to turn us around, bro. We ain't going to be able to get no other owner that's going to do it. So that's just my thought. So before we get to the linebacker, let's see. So we went over defensive end pass rushers, good, better, or same for the Raiders coming into 2026. I'm going to say better, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I think the addition of Kieron Crawford, I think is going to give us nice depth at the pass rusher. This guy's a guy that can fit a role, fit the 3-4 scheme, I should say, a lot better. And, you know, like I said earlier, bro, Maxx Crosby's healthy from what he said is healthy. So let me hear what you guys got in the chat. I have the defensive line as better. So Anthony Provincial said he likes Kwity Paye. Yeah, I've seen some people like Kwity Paye, bro. I'm not knocking Kwity Paye, bro. Like, I think Kwity Paye is a solid player. You know, I just don't think he's in it like an elite pass rusher or even, you know, a great pass rusher. He's good. He's just not elite. He's not great. He's just kind of You feel me? But I'm not worried about it. It is what it is, bro. It's better than Tyree Wilson. Charm City said the defensive line's better. Anthony Estrada said the defensive line's better. Money Mike said the defensive line's better easily. And Vincio says Kwity Paye doesn't light up the stat sheet, but he does his job. We the people said Paye is solid. He will have an impact. Okay, nice. Crawford at Sack Summit, bro. At least Crawford actually wanted to be there. You guys remember when Tyree Wilson was at that Sack Summit a few years ago, bro, and just looked like he was like gonna cry? He had like this Eeyore look on his face, bro. It's fucking annoying. Yeah, that's the thing, bro. Is a lot of people were like, "Oh, the Raiders overpaid." Like I said, bro, I don't care. The Raiders had to spend the money regardless. We couldn't just sit on the bread. You feel me? So it is what it is. He said solid defensive end. What up with you, Bruce Willis? Cheers, gang. Shout to the membership squad, bro. I appreciate y'all. Charm City said definitely can't get worse. Yeah, bro. Quiddy Pay was pretty Indy's only good defensive end. He's not bad. No, he's solid. I've seen his tape. He's solid. Like I said, it's just a lot of people are just critiquing, how much money we gave him. But like Anthony Brincio said, I don't give a shit. And like I said, the Raiders had to spend the bread. So we'll see, though, bro. Like I said, it can't get worse than Tyree Wilson, dog. That's my statement. I'm standing on that, bro. Tyree Wilson's terrible. I try to tell everybody Tyree Wilson was terrible. And I'm not trying to jump on here and be like, I told you so, bro. You feel me? But one thing I will say about me and my camp, bro, we hit on a lot of things, bro. You feel me? Myself, Dirty Raider, Nutty Raider Nate. You feel me? Shout out to the Loaded Box Entertainment. Shout out to the Raider Nation Network, man. The Natural Born Raiders podcast with Dirty and them, man. Like, nobody hits like my camp hits, bro. You feel me? Like, we be on point with our shit. You feel me? So it is what it is. I was hoping I was wrong about Tyree Wilson, but the writing was on the wall. You feel me? And I feel like, Raider fans, they have these silver and black glasses on, dude, and you can present, shit to them on a silver platter and they'll still think that shit's fucking caviar or something. You feel me? They'll think that shit's like fucking the best food in the world, dude, and it's literally shit, but because it's fucking the pile of shit has a Raider logo on it, dude, it looks appealing to them. Like, and that's no offense. I'm just keeping it a beam, bro. There's really Raider fans that are like that, dog. You feel me? And that's why sometimes you gotta take them silver black glasses off and look at that piece of that fucking T-bone steak you got, bro, and take them glasses off and see that shit is a turd, dog. That is a turd you're eating, bro. Like, that is a fact, gang. It's fucking hilarious. Let's see. What else we got in the chat? Bobby Wagner, still a free agent. I would like to have him as a vet and depth at linebacker. See, I'm with you right there, Jason Marshall, because the Raiders are extremely top heavy, especially at linebacker, dude. If, knock on wood, if anything goes bad, bro, we have Cody Lindenberg and Tommy Eichenberg, dude, and Brennan Jackson. That's it. And none of those guys have ever really even been starters or none of that shit, bro. They're just... They're young players, special team guys. So if we lose, anything goes wrong with one of them top backers, it's not going to be good. I'm not going to sit here and say the word that starts with I. I just don't like talking about that word. But if anything happens, bruh, you feel me? Type shit. Well, we ain't got no depth at linebacker. So I'm with you right there, Jason Marshall. And Bobby Wagner still playing at a high level for his age. People we got in here, Mike. 18 people, 21 likes, man. I appreciate y'all. See if we can get up to 25 likes on this one. We've already surpassed 18. Surpassed 20 with 18, bro. I appreciate y'all. Let's throw it back to the article. All right. So now we're looking at linebacker, gang. So here we go. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Brincio said, I will be forever grateful to Jamal Adams. Yeah, Jamal Adams was nice, bro. I wouldn't mind keeping Jamal Adams neither, bro. I thought he was nice. Yes, the Raiders have a true middle linebacker. I hear what you're like an absolute true. Nah, because Nakobe Dean, he's hurt a lot, bro. You feel me? And Quay Walker, he's kind of like more of an outside linebacker that played inside. I don't know, bro. I hear what you're saying. You might be right. I don't think we really have a true middle linebacker. Let's see. Still a lot of good players in free agency. Charm City said Ben was the only person mad about the Tyree pick, bro. You should have seen me, bro. I wish I would have saved some of my draft reactions, bro. Like, I don't have really any of them no more, bro. I still have the Henry Ruggs reaction. I might drop that on like a podcast or something. We'll do the Henry Ruggs reaction. I still have the Henry Ruggs reaction in my phone when we took him, bro. I was losing my fucking mind when we took Henry Ruggs, bro. I mean, obviously he was good, but now I kind of see why I could have been losing my mind because he wasn't playing for the Raiders no more. He did some dumb shit, respectfully to the lady's family and shit, but he did some dumb shit, bro, and killed some people and fucked his whole life up, and it was a wasted pick. But yeah, bro, I went absolutely I blew up, bro. I crashed the fuck out when we took Henry Ruggs, bro. I wanted CeeDee Lamb. He was right fucking there, dude. I wanted him, bro. He was wearing that Fred Biletnikoff jersey. I was like, oh, and the Raider, Fred Biletnikoff, I'm like, bro, you got to go get him. And nope, fucking Henry Ruggs, bro. Let's see. So Truth said you have to overpay when you're a shit team. We won't be overpaying once we start winning or having some good, decent seasons. Truth, and you hit the nail on the head, bro, because Nutty Raider Nate's been saying the same thing. It's the Raider tax, bro. We suck. We're not getting shit for free type shit. So shout out to you. All right. So linebackers, guys, let's get it. Notable subtractions: Jamal Adams, Elandon Roberts, and Devin White. I do believe Devin White led the Raiders in tackles last year with like over 120, 130 something tackles around there. I might be mistaken. Maybe more. Let me see. Let me just see exactly how many tackles. Because he had a lot, bro. You feel me? He had a lot of tackles. Let's see. Devin White tackles. Las Vegas Raiders linebacker, 2025. He only had 95 tackles in my side. I thought he had more tackles than that. Am I tripping? Total tackles, 174 tackles, but 95 of them are settled. So yeah, damn, bro, he had 174 tackles. Holy shit. I didn't know he had that many goddamn tackles, bro. Holy shit. No, I know he's old, but look, bro, Devin White, 2025 defense, total tackles. He had 170? That's a lot of fucking tackles, dog. I don't think I can recall a linebacker in like the last 5 years at least that had that many. That's way more than what Spillane had. How many fucking tackles Spillane have? Bro, that is actually crazy, dude. 175? I don't think I've seen those kind of tackle numbers, bro. I might be tripping, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't think I've seen a Raider linebacker recently that had over 107. So Spillane had 158. Bro, holy shit. No, you're right, Charm City. He definitely missed some important ones. But bro, holy fuck, that's a lot of tackles, dog. So he blew Spillane shit out the water. Okay, bro, let's go back to the to the article, bro. That's crazy, dog. I didn't know that. I knew he had a lot of tackles. I didn't know he had 174, bro. That is fucking crazy, bro. And of course, like Charm C said, he missed a bunch of key ones, and he missed some, but that motherfucker could have had like 200 plus tackles, gang. That's crazy, bro. That is actually crazy, dog. I'm going to shout out to Devin White, bro. 175 tackles, dude. Shout out to you, bro. That's probably the best year he ever had in his career tackling people, bro. All right, let me go back to the arc. So we're back at linebackers. Okay, so we lost Jamal Adams, Elandon Roberts, Devin White. You guys remember me? I didn't like Elandon Roberts, so I'm not really too worried about him being gone. Wish him nothing but the best in his NFL career. He was an older player. I didn't like it. I wasn't a fan of Elandon Roberts, so it is what it is. I'm not too upset about him. Like I said, I like Jamal Adams. I seen We the People and Anthony Provencio in the chat talking about Jamal Adams. I'm a Jamal Adams guy too, so I liked him. I wouldn't mind, bringing him back. And then Devin White. We just talked a little bit about Devin White. So, all right, see what the chat says. Devin White's old now. Jamal Adams is old. No, for sure. Raiders trying to find some young players. Yeah, White missed some key tackles. No, for sure. Raider Nation for Life said a lot of those tackles he got beat or were chase downs. Hey, Raider Nation for Life, Spillane had a lot of those too, bro. Spillane, you guys remember that guy named Tahir Whitehead who had fucking like 150 tackles for us, but the majority of them were chase downs, bro. So, I'm not going to say that, Devin White had a bunch of chase downs, didn't have a bunch of chase downs, but Spillane had a bunch of them too. And that's the reason why, like, I know Spillane went to the New England Patriots and they played in the Super Bowl or whatever, bro. I don't give a shit, bro. Like at the end of the day, bro, he's to me, he was mid. I thought he was decent for the Raiders because we had nobody else, but I wasn't a Spillane guy. And he had a whole bunch of chase downs where he took the wrong hole and had to chase him down from the backside. So, but no, I'm with you though. He did get beat a lot. It's just crazy to think, bro. Like, the Raiders might actually, for the first time, have some quality linebackers with these two notable additions that we're going to mention right here. Jet Li, the truth said, for all the injuries this team takes, I think Deuce Gruden got to go. Nah, you're right. And Nutty Raider Nate's been saying the same thing. Truth. Shout out to my boy Nutty Raider Nate. Shout out to the Loaded Box Entertainment. He's been saying it, man. You feel me? Like something's going on with Deuce Gruden because he still has a job, bro. Like, That fool's that now he I think is like the longest tenured Raider coach now, bro. Like because Patrick Graham I think was the longest one, and then now it may have been Deuce before. I think Deuce was here, yeah, because Deuce was here with John Gruden. So yeah. So I don't know, bro. He's got something. There's something going on behind the scenes, bro. Or Deuce Gruden just a great guy or something. Or why he's still on the coaching staff, because the Raiders have, like you said, had to deal with a lot of injuries. So shout out to 18 people, bro. We got 23 likes. We're 2 likes away from 25. You guys haven't already, man. Hit that like button. Tap in with the lounge. We got plenty of content coming your way. I got exclusive membership only content, man. Join the membership program, $2.99 a month. Got a lot of stuff coming all year round, whether it's membership content, it's going to be access to everybody, bro. I'm coming hot and heavy. You guys already see, man. You guys see I'm getting the professionalism, getting my graphics back. You feel me? We about to take this shit over like we do every regular season, man. This is just shaking the rust off. So shout out to you guys, man. Let's throw it back to the article. All right, guys. So notable additions at linebacker: Quay Walker, Nakobe Dean. Quay Walker, pickup from the Green Bay Packers. Nakobe Dean, pickup from the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, chat. This one might be one of the easier ones tonight. Did the Raiders at linebacker get better, worse, or stay the same? Let me ask y'all. I'll start. It's obvious. We got better, bro. If Nakobe Dean can just be healthy, bro, which I hate to say this, bro, because I fuck with the dude and he's a great player in his own right. That's an issue, bro. He doesn't stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? But if for whatever reason he can shake that injury bug or whatever, dude, he is a damn good player. And he does everything, bro. And he's undersized, but he does fucking everything, bro. He blitzes. He can cover extremely well. He tackles extremely well. He runs well. He covers sideline to sideline. See, that's one thing, chat, that the Raiders haven't had in a very long time. And let me know if I'm right in the chat. You guys disagree, whatever. The Raiders haven't had a sideline to sideline linebacker, bro. We haven't had a linebacker that could not only cover and stop the run, but run from hash to hash, sideline to sideline, and cover the entire field, bro. We haven't had one of those, bro. We just really haven't. Nakobe Dean brings that to your team. He brings a linebacker that can do everything, bro. Like the reason why he was on the free agency market is because of his history. You know what I'm saying? So if he stays healthy, bro, he's like the Jermod McCoy, right? And I'm not saying Jermod McCoy has an injury history. He's just coming off an injury, right? But if he can stay healthy, bro, we may have gotten all pro in Nakobe Dean. He's damn good, bro. So shout out to him. And anytime you could pick up anybody from the Philadelphia Eagles, bro, on the defensive side of the ball, you know you're going to get some productive players. So I'm excited for it. And shout out to the kid we got, the safety, Tristan McCullum. He's one of the safeties we got. I think, if everything goes right and Jeremy Chin doesn't ball out or plays a different role, I think the kid I just mentioned, Tristan McCullum, I think he's going to have a real shot to get some playing time for the Raiders this year. I think he'll get more playing time than Dalton Johnson, because Tristan McCullum, he's decent, bro. And he's been around the league for a few years. Very similar skill set and frame of Isaiah Polamalu, but a little bit more football. If you guys didn't know, Isaiah Polamalu didn't play a ton of football, bro. He's a really low round pick. Tristan McCullum too, bro, but he's all his entire life he's played ball. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Polamalu, people think he gets a lot touted. A lot of people talk about him because his uncle Troy Polamalu, but it is what it is. That's a story for another day. So the Raiders defense, the linebackers got better. So I'm just going to put it at that. Let's see. Anthony Estrada said, I don't want to throw in the air, but imagine Thursday Mendoza isn't at camp. Biggest topic on podcast Friday weather was. No, that's a great point you bring up, Anthony Estrada. So if you guys don't know, Fernando Mendoza still isn't under contract yet. So Fernando Mendoza hasn't signed yet. So, I don't know if he's going to report to camp, bro, unless they sign. So that's going to be something that, we should expect to see probably tomorrow. If not, I don't know if there's going to be any holdout in camp. I mean, it's nothing to really be too concerned about because Ty Simpson ain't signed yet neither. Unless he's signed today, I'm not aware of it. But Ty Simpson is another first round pick that's not signed right now. Neither from what I'm hearing, it's not really like the Raiders don't want to pay him. It's just the guaranteed money. From what I heard, like Fernando Mendoza wants all of his guaranteed money up front or something like that, as most, first round pick quarterbacks do now. But the Raiders traditionally, they don't do that. They didn't do it with Ashton Genty. They didn't do it with Brock Bowers. From what I had heard from a guy who was close to the Raiders and the contracts and shit, is that the Raiders will pay off like a certain percentage from the day they're drafted until like week 6. And then they'll pay out another percentage from like week 6 until like week 12. And they'll pay out the final percentage of the player's guaranteed contract from week 12 until the end of the year. And the dispute is Fernando just wants it now. So there's really no, bashing the head off. He wants more money or nothing. It's just they're trying to figure out how they can find that happy medium with guarantees. The Raiders just need to give him his fucking money, dude. Just don't play these fucking money games, bro. Like, Mark Davis is still fucking playing fucking money games, dude, and he's in the City of Lights in Las Vegas. This dude's a multi-billionaire now, dude. He's definitely got a few $1 billion, you know what I'm saying? And he's still over here playing money. Money pool is crazy, dog. Absolutely crazy, man. Shout out to 22 people, man. I see y'all 2 likes away from 25 likes, bro. I appreciate you. If you guys enjoy the content tonight, hit the like button, hype up the streams, and subscribe as always, as I am on the road to 6,000 subscribers, and I can't do it without you guys, man. So saludos, everybody. So let's get into the article before I should get into your guys' thoughts on the linebackers. Good, better, or worse on the linebackers. Oh shit, nobody even got no comment. Oh, so Charm City said the linebackers are better. Okay, cool. So let me know in the chat. Good, better, better, worse, or the same at linebacker. Sorry, Doug kind of got fucking distracted there for a second. This is one. Hold on, bro. Let me reset. But there, take a breath. All right. This is one of the roster's most improved position groups. The Raiders use free agency to solidify their starting linebackers for the next few seasons in Walker and Dean. Both players should improve the Raiders' run defense. Walker, in particular, provides versatility to play as an off-ball linebacker or line up on the edge as an outside linebacker and blitz the quarterback. Dean's injury history with the Philadelphia Eagles is a bit concerning. He also didn't participate during OTAs and minicamp due to an undisclosed injury. So there it is. So there it is, bro. Like that right there. That's the concern. Nakobe Deans has the potential to be an all-pro linebacker. Cheers, everybody. But the thing is that he's gonna have to find a way to stay healthy, bro. And that's what worries me, like throwing it back to what Jason Marshall said earlier in the chat. We have no depth, bro. Like, I feel like the Raiders should have been kicked the tires on a Bobby Wagner or somebody. I mean, your starting linebacker started OTAs with an undisclosed injury, and you still haven't brought in anybody? Hey, me here. Excuse me. Me here. Me, the linebacker that you're gonna need if somebody like Nakobe Dean get hot. Me here. You son of a bitch. So the Raiders need to do something, bruh. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys, I've been drinking. I don't mean to fucking burp in my mic. I apologize. Alec M, cheers, bro. Saludos, my boy. Right. Already, boy. You guys already know what time it is. Saludos. All right, so yeah, man. I'm not concerned. To be honest, if I'm keeping it a Banther, because, you know, Banther, he keeps it a Banther. I'm not too concerned about it because I don't have a ton of expectation for the defense. I think the defense is going to take some bumps. I mean, this is on paper, this has some talent on it nonetheless, but you guys have to take a lot of things into perspective, guys. Perspective. Let's talk perspective, right? First-time defensive coordinator. Dude ain't never called a damn defensive play in his damn life, bro. Respectfully to Rob Leonard, I think he's got some juice, but I'm just telling you guys the stats. You feel me? The potential of first-time guys that have done the first thing for the first time ever in the NFL, they're not very good. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, your secondary has a ton of question marks. You feel me? The depth at the linebacker position has so many question marks. The health of Maxx Crosby, and I'm on Maxx Crosby's side now. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I fuck with Max. I'm riding with Max. But his fucking injury is worrisome. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that are concerning. Whether you want to believe it or not, like I said earlier, take the silver and black glasses off just for a second and understand that T-bone steak that you were eating with them silver and black glasses on is now a pile of feces that you've been eating because we presented it to you on a silver platter as feces, but with your silver and black glasses, you thought said feces was good because you had Raider glasses on, and that's fine. Everybody has that moment in life, but I'm trying to help you right now. Take them off and understand the reality of things sometimes. Type shit, bro. Like, fuck. It's not always, the grass is not always greener on the other side, bro. Like, it's just not. You feel me? Anthony Provencio and the Nakobe Dean is the key to our stunts working properly. I like Nakobe Dean. He's very smart, tough football player, great blitzer as well. Shouts to Nakobe Dean. I like Nakobe Dean, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Georgia players, bro, but we gotta see. Charm City, I'm excited for the defense overall this year. And you know what's crazy? Charm City, I think the defense is going to get better this year too, mainly because we're not going to have them on the field the entire game. You feel me? The defense won't have to be on the field the entire game. They won't be tired. You feel me? So the article finishes off and says Kubiak, however, doesn't think it will hinder Dean during training camp. That's the injury he's talking about. So I guess we will find out in 7 days if Nakobe Dean is out there. So got the safeties and then the corners. So before we get into the safeties, I'm going to finish your guys' comments. We're going to jump into our final segment of Start, Bench, Cut. I got a Raider one for y'all. I got a Raider Start, Bench, Cut, which for y'all, man. So make sure you guys are here. You guys are tapped in. Shout out to the 15 people that are still watching. 2 likes away from 25 likes. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you enjoy the content. Appreciate you guys always, man. Anthony Alfredo said definitely better at linebacker. Yeah, for surely. Better at linebacker for surely. Raider Nation for life. Alec M, you already know what time it is. Cheers, man. Saludo. Attack of the Birds, the Cody Lindenbergs, and the Tommy Eichenbergs. I wouldn't mind bringing Devin White back. No, man, as depth, I definitely wouldn't mind bringing Devin White back, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Him or Jamal Adams, gang. I ain't gonna lie. And they both play different positions, bro. So you're gonna get an inside linebacker depth with Devin White, and you can get some outside linebacker depth with Jamal Adams. But that's just me. I'm doing well. Right. I'm doing well, man. Chilling, man. How are you? Thanks for supporting the channel as always, Raiders, man. You feel me? And like I said earlier, guys, more membership content coming, bro. Lots more, bro. I got a whole bunch of shit panned up for y'all, lined up for y'all, man. If you guys didn't see the recent graphic, members early access to the from 2003 to 2026 first round draft pick reaction shows, man. We doing those. We locked in. Appreciate y'all as always. Anthony Provencio said we need Nakobe Dean to be ready, and you ain't never lied, bro. Talk that shit. Bruce Willis, you know what time it is, bro. Cheers, my brother. Appreciate you, boy. You already know what time it is. All right. So we're going to throw it over to the final Start, Bench, Cut segment as I'm going to go grab me a couple more beers. Cover up the screen with the graphic. This is going to be a Raider Start, Bench, Cut. I think it's the first. The start's probably going to be the most obvious one, but there might be some debates with bench cut. So let's get into said graphic. Start, bench, cut, corners, Raider corners. Charles Woodson, Lester Hayes, Mike Haynes.
autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold.
And the trees will shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold.
The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
How we feeling? Start, bench, cut. I already knew this one was going to be a tough one, bro. I knew this joint might be a little bit tough, man. You feel me? Let me swing it back to the... I can just make this smaller so I can get my fat ass screen and my fat ass face in here too. So there's your start, bench, cut, chat. Who you got for me? I know that's a tough one, bro. It's a tough one. I think the obvious consensus start. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, bro. Charles Woodson has got to start this joint, right? Charles Woodson's got to start it. You feel me? So that's just me. And then I'm probably gonna. Oh, it's so, bro. The second two were tough. Like I said, bro. I'm gonna go Lester Hayes on the bench, and I'm gonna have to cut Mike Haynes, bro. Woodson, Lester, Haynes. In that order, start, bench, cut, bro. Right as it's presented on the screen, I just realized that's exactly how it's shown on the screen. That's what I'm going with, bro. All right, guys. So if you guys don't got it, get into it. Get into your reactions, man. How we feeling? Start, bench, cut. Start, bench, cut. Let's get it. Raider edition. I was talking to myself. At least I actually seen my mic was cut off that time. Start, bench, cut. Who you guys got, bro? Let me know who you guys got. I got it as it's presented on the screen, which is Charles Woodson, Lester, and Mike Haynes. Once again, what I was saying was shout out to you guys, man, pulling up on a late night live. I got off work and, I want to provide some content for you guys. Come hang out with you guys for a little bit, have some drinks. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the show thus far. We still got to cover 2 more positions before we get out of here, man. So get your votes in for start, bench, cut. For the Raiders, I got Charles Woodson, Lester Hayes, and Mike Haynes as presented on the screen. I will get into the comment sections before we throw it back to the article, man. And shout out to you guys, as always. Relied on my brother and my family. Yo, we eclipsed the like, man. We had 25 likes. I think we're gonna move the needle from 20 likes to 25 likes. The last 3 streams, you guys have killed it. You guys have been running the likes up, man. I really do appreciate it. You guys have been hyping up the streams. We're gonna move the likes up, bro. 26 likes, man. Love y'all boys. Really do appreciate it. It's the little things in life, man, like chilling with the nation. You feel me, and giving entertaining, educational content. Having you guys hang out with me really means a lot, bro. So, like I said, you guys are the heartbeat of my show. You feel me? Without you guys, I'm nothing. So shout out to you guys, bro, as always. So here we go. We're gonna get the first one. We got the first couple. Let's see what you guys got. So, so he said that's tough. Yeah, no, it's a tough one, and it was meant to be tough, bro. That's what she said. Bruce Willis. They said at the same time, bro. It's crazy. Anthony Provencio don't even want to make a vote. Alec M said Mike and Lester got to start. You know what I'm saying? All right. He said everyone plead the fifth and don't partake. That's funny. Alfredo said, I feel like there isn't a right answer. This is a trick question. Nah, this one was tough, bro. When I seen it pop up, bro, I thought it was going to definitely bring some engagement. What up, Hammer, man? I appreciate you. I'm doing well. And that's JJM Hammer, by the way, not the other Hammer that some of you guys might know about. But I should settle those JJM Hammer. If I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me correctly, which my memory is getting better because I'm coming on here and I'm talking more. I think Hammer is an Eagles fan, man. So shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you for coming through as always. Shout out to the chat, man. We still got 20 people in here. It's 12 o'clock in the morning on over here in California. Roughly 11:44, you know what I'm saying? 2, almost 3 a.m. on the East Coast, bro. And you guys are still in here showing love. That shit really means a lot. Oh, Hammer's a Bronco fan. Okay, cool. For sure. I know Hammer, though. He's cool. I just forgot what team he fucks with. I fuck with you, though, Hammer. Thanks for coming by, bro. Late night stream. Much love. Bruce Willis says he's got Lester, Hayes starting, and Woodson on the bench. Bro, Lester was different, bro. That boy was different, bro. So, shout out to Lester Hayes, bro. You feel me? That dude was an absolute animal. I actually got this. Let me show you guys this picture I got. If you guys haven't seen it before, bro, I'm gonna show y'all. Let me take this graphic down. I gotta hang it back up because it fell down. My picture frame fell. You guys are gonna like this, bro. Watch this. It's autographed too. Oh, some of my Raiders memorabilia got it put away because the picture frame fell and I don't want it to get ruined. So. So you guys will probably like this shit, bro. You guys are for sure gonna like this shit. Check this out, guys. So check this out, little backstory. My father-in-law is a San Francisco 49ers fan, bro, and he stood in line for 2 hours to get this for me, bro. Y'all see that? Star Wars gang autograph. So shout out to my father-in-law, bro, for this masterpiece. So let me go put it away before it gets fucked up again. Or before it gets fucked up, it's not fucked up. I don't know why I said it again. I'm drunk, my bad. Before it fucking falls off my wall again is what I should have said. That thing's fucking beautiful. I love that thing. Shout out to Lester Hayes, bro. Star Wars. All right, so let's get back to the stream. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm going to show you guys something. I thought that shit was pretty cool. All right, so Anthony Vincio's got Woodson starting. Let's go ahead and bring the graphic up for y'all that didn't see the graphic. Wrong graphic, this graphic. All right. So Money Mike, shout out to my boy Money Mike. Woodson start, bench Lester, cut Haynes. Oh, okay, for sure. That's exactly what I got, bro. Shout out, so saludos to you, Money Mike. Alfredo said start Seawood, bench Lester, cut Haynes. Yep, we're on the same shit, bro. Bruce Willis said sorry Haynes. Yeah, bro, that's pretty much where a lot of people have been this one. Like Mike Haynes was great in his own right too, though, bro. So I'm super excited for football too, Raiders. I can't wait, bro. I think it's gonna be a great year. Just because I think the offense is gonna give me something to be excited for. And like I said, I know defense wins championships, bro, but I've sat through 2 years as a play-by-play guy, bro, and had to watch the most putrid offense I've ever seen, dude, in the last 2 years, which I'm just like, oh, well, run, punt. Run, punt. Even though it wasn't run, punt, but you guys get where I'm picking up what I'm putting down, which means it was just so fucking boring, dude. It was the most predictable, boring fucking shit I've ever seen in my life, dude. I got so bored by halftime, I didn't want to watch the game no more. This year with Clint Kubiak, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, we ain't got no number one wide receiver. I don't care, bro. I already know our offense is going to be elite, bro. We're going to have a top offense in the league this year, bro. For surely, bro. We don't need no number one wide receiver, at least not this year, because we ain't really going to be a playoff, playoff or a Super Bowl team anyways. I mean, once we get a receiver, once we get to that, I think we might have a chance at that in the next couple of years. Maybe next year, the year after, I think we can get to the playoffs and maybe win a playoff game. I think that's when we focus on receiver. But this year, we just need to focus on building the foundation of what this team's going to be, what this franchise is going to be, focusing on positives, getting that black cloud that's been over the Raiders organization for so long away from us. There's been this ugly black cloud that's been over us for so long. This year is just get rid of that. No more drama. Every year there's drama, bro. This year there's been really almost no drama outside the Maxx Crosby shit. But that really wasn't drama. It's just a trade fell through. So, no drama. Get rid of the dark cloud. Focus on the fundamentals. Focus on building the foundation. Focus on not this year, but the next 2 or 3 years. But if this year does work out, focus on this year, bro. But this isn't the end-all be-all for the Raiders this season. The end-all be-all for the Raiders is 2 years down the road, in my opinion. So, Bruce wants to take a mulligan on his vote. That's funny. Charm City said starts Charles Woodson, bench Hayes, cut Lester Haynes. Or no, bench Lester Hayes and cut Mike Haynes. That kind of confuses me sometimes. that shit. I mean, that sometimes confused me at that point right there. Shout out to the 21 people. We're 3 likes from 30 likes, chat. You guys know what time it is, man. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. If you enjoyed tonight's content, subscribe. Plenty more coming. Woodson's the most talented. No, Woodson was nasty, bro. And he played 2 different positions and was an all-pro or a pro bowler. Was he an all-pro safety? I don't think he was, but was really good nonetheless at both positions. So Lester's the nastiest. Woodson's the most talented. Thanks, guys. I realized I was muted quick, man. Shouts to Strada and Charm City. Appreciate you, dog. Alfredo said you can even cut Lester if you take into account the stickum he used. Yeah, I mean, if I mean, the stickum is a lot of the reason why the NFL hates on Lester Hayes, bro. But even without the stickum, I think he was damn good. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So Anthony Vincio said Haynes deserves a bunch of respect. No, he was nice, bro. I said in his own right, he was great in his own right, bro. That's too tough of a choice. They should all be in the Hall of Fame. No, you're right, Alec, man. For sure, they should all be in the Hall of Fame. My boy Hammer, how you doing? I'm doing well, bro. Thanks, dog. Money Mike said, leaving early, 2:43 a.m. Eastern. Got to be up for a few hours for Hey, Money Mike, bro. Love you, Bob. You feel me? Like, you might not be a Raider fan, but you've been rocking with the channel, bro. I fuck with you, heavy gang. Appreciate you, Money Mike. Take care of yourself. 2:43, and my boy's rocking with me, man. So, saludo on a weeknight, too. And he's got to be up in a few hours, bro, for work. So, shout out to Money Mike, bro. Definitely a real one, bro. Appreciate your support as always, brother. You know, shout out to your Steelers for you, because I fuck with you whenever you're not playing us. But shout out to you, bro. Raiders are going to be good this year. Like, this is coming from a Broncos fan. So we got a Steelers and a Broncos fan tonight, chat, in the chat saying the Raiders should be good this year. So like I said before, I love the overall, you know, outside image of the Raiders, of a lot of Raider fans. I mean, a lot of outside team fans thinking the Raiders have a real shot to be good this year. I'm excited for that. So let's see what else we got in the chat. Raiders, yep, excited for football. Haynes was the lead at being a lockdown, not for surely. I hope Bell Nix will not be hurt. No, I mean, we got to see how he bounces back from injury for sure, bro. Them lower leg injuries, you know, they're not nice, bro. I mean, that, in my opinion, like, it didn't ruin Derek Carr's career, but when he broke his leg, it kind of ruined his career because he was just never the same. And it was an ankle injury, bro, just kind of like what Blow Dix had. So hopefully, you know, not hopefully for you, because you're cool, dude, but he'll bounce back. I want to see McCoy start this season. I mean, he's gonna have a real shot to start, bro, because there's not a ton of real ballers in the secondary. Like, I like Eric Stokes, but I feel like outside of Eric Stokes, there's gonna be a lot of cornerback positions up for grab next year. The truth said next year's first round pick should be either a wide receiver or a defensive tackle. My eyes are on Jeremiah Smith, bro. I hope we're not in the top 5 picks, top 6 picks to have an opportunity to get Jeremiah Smith. But if we are, bro, I think the Raiders are drafting Jeremiah Smith next year, dude. So just imagine, bro, if the Raiders aren't great this year, but they keep us entertained and they stay competitive all year, we get a top 7 pick, and the first year of Mendoza, right? So this year, Kirk Cousins will be done, right? Fernando Mendoza probably comes in the last couple of games this year, if this happens, right? Hypothetically, right? The Raiders aren't very good. We get a top 5 pick or top 7 pick, and we draft Jeremiah Smith. I like Ryan Williams, but I'd rather have Jeremiah Smith, Hammer. So you get Jeremiah Smith, the highest scouted wide receiver coming out of college since Julio Jones, and you team him up, which would be Fernando Mendoza's rookie season. You have Fernando Mendoza, Jeremiah Smith, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty, Clint Kubiak. Bro, come on, dog. Come on, bro. So, you know, I hope we're not in that realm. I hope we're a playoff team, but I'm just saying, bro. What's your comparison for Jeremiah Smith? Like I said, bro, he's the highest touted wide receiver to come out since Julio Jones, bro. So, Julio Jones. Julio Jones, the truth. So, and I believe Julio Jones was the highest touted wide receiver coming out of college since Calvin Johnson. So, take that for what it's worth. Ryan Williams is good from Alabama, bro, but he just has drop issues, bro. And like you said right there, if he can catch. So JJM Hammer, he said, Ben, what do you think the Raiders' records will be? I think it's going to be anywhere between 3 and 5 wins. That's where I think I think the first season is going to be rough, bro. I think we might win. We should probably win 4 games, but I don't think we're going to win more than 5 or 6 games. And if we win more than 5 or 6 games, I think the most games we win, which would be our ceiling, would be like 7 games. So that's just my mindset. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong on a lot of this shit, bro. I'm just tampering my expectations. And like I said this before on my last show, if you guys haven't been paying attention to me, I'm not paying attention. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. Sound like me being an asshole, bro. If you guys haven't been watching the shows, bro, I just came out and I was talking about how fucking I'm gonna tamper my expectations. So this year, if the Raiders are anything better than a 3-win team, my excitement's gonna be through the roof, bro. My excitement's gonna be through the roof. But if the Raiders suck, it's not gonna matter to me because I already think we're gonna suck. You feel me? So I'm just excited for that alone. You feel me? So salute, bro. Appreciate you. Raiders said it's just very iffy, bro, because I really want to believe we are a 10-win team, but that's too early, let alone with our new coaching staff. No, bro. That's the thing. Raiders, you feel me? Like, I feel like the Raiders can be a 10-win team, but I'm not going to put my expectations on the Raiders being a 10-win team because the Raiders have had, what, 10 wins, twice in the last 20 years? You know what I'm saying? 2016 and 2021, and that's it. I don't think we've gotten more than 10 wins except them 2 seasons, bro. So I'm gonna just tamper my expectations, bro. And whatever the Raiders do this year, you know, they end up they like I said, regardless of the matter, if they do anything, I'm gonna be excited. Let me take this graphic down, bro. Appreciate everybody who partaked in the graphic, bro, for sure. If we did win 8 or more games, that would be great. I'm be over the moon off for surely. All right, bro. Let's throw it back to the graphic. Throw it back. All right, guys. So we're at safeties. Do you think the issue is ownership? No, the issue with the Raiders has been ownership for a long time, fully. Appreciate you for coming by the stream tonight, brother. The issue with the team has been ownership for a long time. I think that's why not getting rid of, but Mark Davis, selling shares of the team and kind of stepping back a little bit is gonna do wonders for the Raiders because Mark Davis has tried to be a little bit too involved as an owner, try to be a little bit too much like his father. And, he knows he don't know much about football, so I think he's starting to slowly but surely hand the keys over to Tom Brady. And I said earlier, if you go back and rewind the show, I said earlier, bro, I think Tom Brady is going to probably be the only thing that's going to get this dark cloud over the Raiders just because the NFL loves Tom Brady. That's the NFL's golden boy, and they're going to support him rather if he's an owner or a player. So I'm excited to see, what the Raiders can do. But no, for sure, ownership has been a part of it. I don't think ownership is part of the issue anymore, but time will tell. Time will tell, bro. Alec M, the Raiders have a part of the season early, bro, where we can start 2-0 or 3-0, bro. But after that, yeah, bro, it gets pretty ugly. But then we do have a stretch of games that are pretty easy. So, but nothing's easy for the Raiders, bro. What up, Rosetown? Shout out to you, my boy, pulling up on a late night. It's 12 a.m. Get ready to get up out of here, guys. Gonna finish these last 2 position groups. I appreciate you guys as always. If you guys didn't hit the like button, we are 3 likes away from 30 likes on the stream tonight, guys. So partake in the poll. The poll currently states, did the Raiders defense get better, worse, or stay the same in 2026? Let me know how you guys feel. We are moved on. We are in the safety position now. So safeties, notable subtractions. Lonnie Johnson went to the Dolphins. Dude, I don't know about y'all, but I had 0 expectations for Lonnie Johnson. I remember when Lonnie Johnson came to the Raiders, bro, and some Raider fans were thinking he was going to be like a starting safety or something, bro. I got to make sure I be very cautious with my words. He's not very good, bro. He's not very good. So when we picked him up and Raider fans were like, oh yeah, he might be our starting safety, like, respectfully, bro, like that was like some of the same Raider fans that thought, Matt McGloin was going to give us a shot when Derek Carr went down. So, anyways, notable additions. So we lost Lonnie Johnson and we added Traden Stukes and Dalton Johnson, right? 5th round pick and 2nd round pick. Better, worse, or the same, chat, for the safeties. Better, worse, or the same, chat, 2025 to 2026 at the safety position. Lonnie Johnson leaves, Traydon Stukes and Dalton Johnson arrive. Is that good? Is that better, worse, or the same? Brian McFadden, I think. Let me make sure I go back and read his name so I don't discredit him. His name, Brian McFadden, right? Or Ryan. So Ryan McFadden, right? ESPN writer for the Raiders. Better, worse, the same for the 2026 safeties from 2025. He's got us at the same. Same is crazy, bro. The same is crazy, bro. Did he not see how bad Lonnie Johnson was last year? Dude, Lonnie Johnson, first off, came to the team and got injured like right off the bat and didn't even start like the entire year. So how does that the same? Shout out to Not a Bot, man. Saludos. Appreciate you, bro. How is that the same, bro? Lonnie Johnson was terrible. Now I'm getting rough with my words because I said not very good earlier. But now that you're going to try to disrespect my safety room, bro, Lonnie Johnson sucked, dude. He was terrible, bro. He was like a special teams player his entire career, bro. And they thought they were going to bring him over here and make him a starting safety. That is some Pete Carroll shit if I ain't never seen some Pete Carroll shit, bro. That dude fucking sucked. Now I'm getting credit. I'm about to crash out, damn it, you son of a bitch. I don't like that shit. You gonna sit here and say that shit. That ain't the same at all, goddammit. You must have not been watching the Raiders, you son of a bitch. Fuck yourself. No, respectfully, Ryan McFadden, he's cool, bro. I'm just crashing out because I kind of feel offended. You damn it. No, but anyways, I feel like we definitely got better, bro. Lonnie Johnson sucks. Respectfully, I don't know what Traydon Stukes gonna bring what he's gonna bring as an NFL player, but I know in college he was definitely worth that second round pick, and I'm excited to see what he's gonna bring to the table. And he's a lot damn younger than Lonnie Johnson. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Dalton Johnson, bro. I think Dalton Johnson might bring something to the table too. I don't know. But at the end of the day, we got the only person I care about, bro, is Traydon. I really don't even care about Dalton Johnson, respectfully, bro. I fuck with you, gang. You're a Raider, but in the bigger picture, I'm thinking about Traydon. You feel me? So, definitely better, bro. If these dudes, I don't see what this guy was on when he said that shit was the same, but whatever, bro. I'm gonna shut the fuck up, bro. Less is more. All right, guys, better, worse, the same. I'm going to get into your comments after I read the article. It says, this is still up for debate. The success of this position group will come down to Stukes being an effective deep safety right away. On paper, his skill set best suits the role compared to Isaiah Pola-Mao. It's a matter of Stukes translating to the next level. Jeremy Chinn was solid last season, totaling 114 tackles and a pair of forced fumbles. Las Vegas will continue to use Chinn in multiple spots on the field. Expect Leonard to rotate the safeties quite a bit during the season. And I like Jeremy Chinn, bro. I just don't like him covering anything, dude. Like, Jeremy Chinn is good. He's a good player, bro. He's extremely athletic, can run. You feel me? He can hit people really hard. He's a sure tackler. He don't miss a ton of tackles. His issue is he's not a great coverage guy, bro. You feel me? And the Raiders got to find ways to keep him out of coverage, bro. Like, I remember when they were remember, bro, last year they came out and they were like, "Oh, the Raiders are putting the Raiders are putting Jeremy Chinn at slot corner." I'm like, the Raiders are doing what? Dude, he is not a corner, bro. What the hell are we doing, bro? You feel me? So I don't like that. I like him as a strong safety in the box, linebacker type role, slot corner. Nah, hell no. Hell no, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I still believe the Raiders safeties got better. I do like Jeremy Chinn a lot in his own role. But in coverage, nah, bro. Jeremy Chinn isn't very good in coverage, but that's no knock on him. That's just not his skill set. You feel me? He wasn't drafted as a coverage guy. He was drafted as a downhill safety that can hit people really hard and can run extremely fast. So I remember when Jeremy Chinn came out of college, when he was drafted by the Carolina Panthers, I wanted him. You feel me? So I'm not mad that we got him. I just don't like the way that he was used because he was not used right. He's not a coverage guy. He's not about to line up with the safety and guard him in man to man, bro. Like, that's not that. He don't do that very well, bro. He's not that. He's a hitter. He's a linebacker. He's that unicorn, you know, that hybrid linebacker. That's what he is, bro. He's not a coverage guy at all. Like, he's far from a coverage guy. And I like Jeremy Chin a lot, bro. I have a lot of hype for Jeremy Chin, bro. I think he can be a good player put in the right situation, bro. Last year's situation was not good. Shout out to 15. We're 1 like away from 30, guys. I'm about to finish the corners and I'm out of here, bro. It's 12 o'clock in the morning. Shout out to everybody in the central time zone and the East Coast, bro. It's 2 and 3 a.m. for you guys, respectfully. And you guys are in this joint still showing love to the Silver and Black Lounge. And we appreciate it, respect it. You feel me? Shout out to Cool Kev, man. So we going over the corners. After this, we're out of here, chat. So much love, everybody. We appreciate it. Let's finish the corners. And let's have a great night, guys. So notable subtractions, none at the cornerback position. Notable additions, Teron Johnson, slot corner, traded from the Buffalo Bills. Jermod McCoy, 4th round draft pick. Top 15 potential, by the way, guys. Top 10 potential that was drafted in the 4th round. And Hezekiah Masses, the 5th round pick. Hey, shout out to you, Not a Bot. 3 a.m. for Not a Bot. And he's locked in. He's locked into the lounge, man. 3 a.m. and he's tuned in. Saludos to Not a Bot, bro. Appreciate you, my brother. Much love. Welcome to the channel. And we did it, boys. Y'all seen it. We hit 30 of them joints. We hit 30 of them joints, bro. So I couldn't do it without y'all, chat, man. Y'all see it. Let's scroll down. We had 30 of them beat their likes, man. Much love. That's to you guys, bro. Appreciate y'all, boys, bro. We hit the 30 like mark. Much love. Really appreciate that, guys. You guys don't mean how much that. You guys don't know how much that means, bro. I'm getting back in the form, and we taking over this content creation game. But y'all know what time it is with Raider Ben, the lock season. Raider Ben in the regular season, boy. I'm locked in. I'm locked in. Truly locked in. You guys know what time it is. All right. So notable additions. We went over those. Better, worse, or the same. This is crazy. This is actually crazy, bro. Let's ask y'all, bro. Let's ask y'all. The last better, worse, or the same corners. Ryan McFadden says it's the same. There's no way he typed up this sober, dude. He had to be drunk. Bro, our secondary definitely got better, bro. Like Teron Johnson, he's like one of the best slot corners in the National Football League, bro. And we didn't lose nobody and acquired him. How does that not make us better? My boy Bruce Willis membership gang. Bruce Willis locked in at 1 o'clock in the morning, man. Let me know where you're watching the stream from. You feel me? Saludos. Appreciate y'all. Type it into the chat. Where you watching from tonight, man, before we get about this jank. Better for surely. Anybody that thinks the Raiders secondary didn't get better must have not been watching the Raiders secondary last year, bro. We lost Caillou. We had Caillou Blue Kelly. He wasn't a notable subtraction. Look at that, bro. No noticeable subtraction was Caillou Blue Kelly, and Caillou Blue Kelly led the team in interceptions, if I'm not mistaken, bro, or at least the corners. So. My boy, Not a Bot from Battle Creek, Michigan, in the chat. Tune up. Shout out to Battle Creek, Michigan, man. The homie Not a Bot locked in with the lounge tonight, bro. Appreciate it. That's crazy, bro. Exactly, Bruce Willis. Way better. Alec M, better, of course. You know what I'm saying? Corners improved from Alec M for sure. People, this tripping, bro. How much Jen and Joe's did Ryan have that night, bro? I don't know, bro. I'm not trying to talk shit, bro. I'm just a content creator. I talk shit. That's just what I do. Much love to Ryan McFadden, bro. I'm just talking shit, bro. Anthony Estrada, 12 a.m. Same here. Me here, Anthony Estrada at 12:08 here. Me here, West Coast time, 12:08 a.m. Me here. Oh, excuse me. Just letting Caillou Blue Kelly go is a big help. Talk that shit. People don't be realizing it, bro. People don't be realizing it, dog. He said, cool name, but really it sucks here. Oh, it's all good, bro. I mean, your life is what you make it. You like to see naked? I can't say that, bro, because the world we live now, if y'all ain't seen Joe Dirt, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what reference I'm making. Life is what you make it. You like to see naked? Shouts to you, though, not a bot, bro. You're a real one, bro. Appreciate you being locked in on the podcast tonight, bro. Much love. My boy, Cool Kev. Cool Kevin here, 3 a.m. burning that 3 a.m. oil. Tuned up, Cool Kev. Much love, bro. Hey, Cool Kev, bro. Shout to you, bro. You've been a guy that's always rolled with me, bro, since day one. You know, a lot of you guys. I don't think I've ever given you a shout though, Cool Kev. I fuck with you, bro. Shout to you for always fucking with me. You guys know I went through some issues a couple years back, and I kept my shows were inconsistent. I was going through my little mental issue, bro. But Cool Kev, I promise you, bro, I'm back. Everybody that's been with me from the ups to the downs of when I went through my breakdown, I'm back, bro. Benter's locked in, bro. You feel me? I promise y'all, boy. We about to get back. We're about to get back to it, bro. You feel me? You know what time it is, Cool Kev. Real recognize real, my boy. You feel me? Saludos, bro. Appreciate you. That's not a meteor. That's Joe Dirt. All right, let's just see what he's got on the article. We're all in agreement here that the Raiders secondary and the cornerback position in particular, where we're going over this article, got better, right? So, like the safety. So this is Ryan McFadden's thoughts on the corners. If you guys didn't see, he's got the Raiders corners as the same from 2025 to 2026, and he's going to tell you why right here. Like the Raiders safety spot, the verdict on the cornerback room is up for debate. Yes, the Raiders made good moves by re-signing Eric Stokes and acquiring Teron Johnson, but whether the unit will play better than last season will come down to Darian Porter making major strides in year 2 and McCoy's health. I mean, I guess we can go out there and judge it off that, bro. I mean, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Darian Porter played damn well in his first year. He only allowed like a subpar 85% or 85 completion or 85. God damn it, Raider Ben, you son of a bitch. Spit it the fuck out, god damn it. He only allowed like an 85 quarterback rating when targeted, which was extremely good for a young player, a young corner in his rookie year. The only player lower than him that allowed a lower QBR was Eric Stokes at around an 82. So I definitely think, Darian Porter can have a better year. You know what I'm saying? But to put our entire cornerback room on McCoy's health is kind of a stretch. I like Jermon McCoy a lot. I have a lot of expectations for Jermon. No, I'm not going to say I don't. I don't have a lot of expectations, but I do think there's some hype there with Jermon McCoy. I think he can be something for the Raiders. We just have to hope his knee can hold up. You know what I'm saying? And he can be elite for us. All pro right there in the arms of the Raiders right now with Jermon McCoy, depending on the health. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Cool Kev. He said, Ben always respected me. You my boy, my brother. I always, like I said, bro, without y'all, I'm nothing. You feel me? And the ones that have been watching my show in the darkest times of my life, that are still watching now, mean the most to me, bro. And I'm not trying to discredit anybody that watches my show, bro, but some of y'all have been here through the darkest times of my life. And y'all were like, fuck it, Benther will be back. Benther gonna be back, bro. There's a lot of people that dipped. And that's cool, bro. You feel me? I'm not mad that you dipped, but trust. It's like Raider fans, bro. When the Raiders suck and a lot of them dip, all the real ones that stuck around, trust and believe, bro. I fuck with y'all more than y'all know, bro. Like, more than y'all know, bro. For surely. Nah, he doesn't mention Tre'Don Stukes at all, but Tre'Don Stukes plays safety. He mentioned Tre'Don Stukes in the safety if you go back and rewind a little bit. All right, so continuing with the article, Porter started 10 of 17 games as a rookie. That experience was necessary for his growth since he didn't start playing cornerback until late into his college career at Iowa State. He flashed traits of a player who could be a dependable outside cornerback, but there's still plenty of work to be done. And that's the overall consensus on Darian Porter when he came out of college, is that a lot of people were concerned. It wasn't that he didn't have a high RAS score that John Spytek loves. And if you guys don't know what RAS is, that's a relative athletic score, which is like the fastest, strongest players in the draft, right? We all knew that Darian Porter was going to be a development player, but there was a very high ceiling for what Darian Porter can become, and we saw flashes of that in year one. I'm excited for what we can see in year two. I'm hoping you don't have a DJ Glaze year two, and what I mean by that is we've seen that DJ Glaze had a little bit of hype there. Not hype, maybe. Not hype might be the wrong word, but maybe there was a little bit of a thought that DJ Glaze could be good his rookie season than last year, obviously. I don't want to put a ton on DJ Glaze because coaching staff was terrible or whatever. You feel me? Brennan Carroll was terrible or whatever, but the point I'm trying to make is I want to see Darian Porter get better. You know, the biggest jump they say, bro, is that, you know, the biggest jump in a player is from year one to year two. And that's gonna be the difference maker, bro, for Darian Porter, bro. Is he gonna be able to make that significant jump from his rookie season to year two? And if he can make that jump, bro, we're talking 6'3", 4'3" speed that can cover. We're talking Tariq Woolen, like a baby Tariq Woolen. You feel me? So shout out to Not a Bot, bro. I hope I'm getting back out there, bro. He said, I wonder why you haven't made my algorithm until this morning. So we're getting out there, guys. We're getting back out there. Saludos to Not a Bot. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Silver and Black Lounge. My name is Raider Ben. I have a network that includes my friend Dirty Raider. He owns a podcast. He does the Natural Born Raiders podcast, the Raider Nation Network. I also have a great friend of mine that I do a podcast with. His name is Nutty Raider Nate from the Loaded Box Entertainment. We do a weekly podcast every single Friday night with all three of us. I'm here usually by myself all week doing solo shows. I really appreciate you, bro. Welcome to the lounge. Welcome to Raider Ben's channel, bro. We appreciate you as always, showing any love you can to the channel, bro. We are going to get back to where we were at before. I'm locked in. I hope you guys are locked in with Raider Ben as always, bro. That's going to be the end of it, guys. I'm excited for what the Raiders defense can become in 2026. Super excited. I think I'm going to have a lot of exciting moments on the channel this year. I appreciate everybody who has come by tonight. We've been live for a couple of hours, late night shit, man. So, you know, if you guys enjoyed the show tonight, man, please make sure you guys, before you guys leave the show, you guys hit the like button, show me some love. You guys seen this post after. We hit 30 likes tonight, guys. We hit 30 likes, and it's you know, it's all because of you guys, man. Like I said, anytime you guys give me some blessings on your TV screen, I appreciate that. There's going to be plenty more coming, you guys. I'll be live again probably tomorrow talking about some. You know, shout out to everybody who's new to the channel. You know, plenty more coming your guys' way. Love you guys all. You guys all take care of one another. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see you guys next time, man. You guys have a great night. For Raider Ben, the Silver and Black Lounge, we out this joint. Peace out, everybody.
They didn't have to say much. This is the Raiders. You know, this is you know, one of the most historic, you know, franchises in the NFL with a great history that I want to be a part of. I want to be a part of furthering that history. You know, when you say commitment to excellence, okay, and you look at the walls around here, you look at the players on this wall, and there's a history. There's a history of Hall of Fame players here. There's a history of Super Bowls, and that's.
And with all this situation and all this shit I went through, the biggest thing that I took from it is I don't give a what everybody has to say. Truly, I really don't give a.
Play clock down to 1. Williams. Banded up in the air, and it is picked. Crosby. He has been a beast.
That this is a game psychologically of intimidation and of fear. I don't mean cowardly fear, but fear.
But the Chargers and all those teams. To be honest, I don't like any of them. I hate all teams.
The other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard.
But the Chargers.
What I call the vertical game. We were going to stretch the field vertical. When we came out of the huddle, we weren't looking for first downs. We didn't want to move the chains. We wanted touchdowns. We wanted the big play, the quick strike. It's number one to say you want to do that. It's number two to say that you have the players to do it, but it's number three to do it. try not to make mistakes, but don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win.
Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever. You